It turns out I'm a good rally racer. Or maybe just talking about time travel and pilgrims instills me with the confidence to race well. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games, and cars in this game may be different. What did that say? Was that basically saying don't play this game and think that you can drive sports cars in the real world? That's actually hilarious. I guess, you know, this game, we're playing Gran Turismo 3, by the way, a PlayStation 2 classic, and I guess this game is going to gravitate towards car aficionados, car fans, and maybe some of them, after driving at insane speeds in the PS2, they will think, gosh darn it, I can do that in real life, baby, and they'll slam the button of Ferrari and take off. But little do they know, despite all the realism and simulation going on in this game, the accuracy of the cars, driving a real car is a little different than holding a PS2 controller, and maybe there's like a lawsuit. I don't know. Like, normally when they have those kinds of disclaimers, like I remember on Jackass, the TV show, Johnny Knoxville years ago, they'd be like, warning, don't try this at home, because like kids would watch them and then try it at home. So, were there any gamers who played earlier Gran Turismos and then tried to like race Formula 1 cars and like, you know, got in accidents or something? Is it a legal requirement to have that in there? I don't know, I'm so curious. Anyway, this is another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. Today we're checking out Gran Turismo. And let's just hop into it. This is another Gran Turismo game. Sometimes I look stuff up, as I said before, and sometimes I like to go in blind. Today I was kind of feeling blind. I feel like, let's just hop in and see. Let's let Gran Turismo wow us. I don't want to come in with any pre-existing expectations other than that this is a racing game. Although how wild would it be if we started playing and it was like a space shooter or something? Like they just totally used the Gran Turismo brand and like put a totally different game out. That would be a real troll for a company to do someday, you know? Like just totally, totally mess with people. They're like, here's Duke Nukem 3D! And it's like a puzzle game. Just totally not what people are expecting. I'm in the mood for some sunny skies though. How about that? I like the look of this, the midfield. That actually looked like a real nice place to race. Or even the super speedway. I like this though, we see mountains and stuff in the background. 2.235 miles. I can do that. Now we have our different classes of car. So the C's are like the, it's like the Honda Civics. It's like your mom's soccer car that she's driving you and your friends around in, and the Model Bs and the A's. We're like the elaborate race cars. I want the S series. Or what is this? The Rally series and our garage. Let's go Class S, baby. We start at the hard cars. We don't. A lot of people would dip their toes in and gradually work up. No, we start the fastest cars. And we want the yellow car. Don't know what its stats are, but we're not here for the stats. And definitely automatic racing. I base my car selection based on colors of the rainbow. I like yellow and red cars. Although I think I used to like yellow cars a lot more, but now I like red cars more, but I picked yellow just because it was different. Okay, I do know drifting, or not drifting, sort of staying behind other cars matters because you can, oh god, what's brake? Okay, we didn't figure that out in time. Staying behind other cars is important because you stay sort of like in their, I'm blanking on the word because I'm not a racing guy, but you guys know, like in their drift or whatever, in their wind. Basically, they're breaking the wind and you just stay behind. They're slipstream, that's what it is. Okay, that changes my camera. That does not brake! Oh god! Okay, Jay has entered a race and he doesn't know how to actually brake his car. Oh, I think I figured it out. It's circle? I think it's circle. If we need to brake again, we'll give that one a shot. See, the thing with figuring out the brake button is you don't want to just be pressing random buttons while you're racing because you might brake and then lose space. It's better to just hope you know the button and then when you come into a turn, kind of figure it out on the fly. Oh, we're ping-ponging everywhere. Okay, we're definitely going to be able to do better than this. Eventually. Believe it or not, there are a handful of racing games that I am actually decent at. I've talked a lot about how I was a huge fan of Burnout, the Burnout franchise. I think what I liked about that game is that it had vehicular manslaughter built into it, so the whole point was to crash enemy cars. And as a result, that had sort of enough interest for me to play it long enough to get good at racing. I think I find maybe one of the reasons I'm not naturally that good at racing games is that like a game where it's like you just drive around in a circle trying to like pass your opponents, it only holds so much interest for me. So I'm only going to play it so many times before I'm like, all right, and I've seen enough of this. Oh my god, we spun all the way around. Damn it. We were like second for quite a while there. I'm flying too close to the sun like Icarus driving a Formula 1 NASCAR. Oh god. And my wings are melting. Oh god. Sixth. Is there anyone behind us or are we dead last? I wouldn't be surprised if we're dead last. 6 of 6. At least we can't fall any lower. Oh god. One of my strategies around intense turns is just to slam into another car and use them to stop me. Doesn't always work though. You actually have to hit the other car for that to work. Oh my god. Okay. Whatever brake that is not good. Oh, square is also a brake. I think circle might be like a drifting brake. We are really far behind now. That's okay though, because it means there's no pressure. So we can just sort of catch up at our own pace. What we're gonna do here. Oh no, we finished. Oh good, we finished dead last. Well, that was just a test run. So, initial impressions, like the other Gran Turismos, feels like a very realistic racing game. You know, if you like racing cars, I imagine this is really going to appeal to you. We're going to keep playing, obviously. I'm not wrapping up yet, but I don't want to watch a replay. No, thank you. I just lived that race. I don't need to experience it again. Let's retry. Just so that we can figure out this braking system. Like I'm just revving my engine right into the red zone. Alright, let's see if we can actually figure this out. There, you know what, having played Burnout and gotten good at Burnout, wait, why am I, there we go, okay. Having played Burnout and gotten good at Burnout, it is satisfying to be really good at racing and to like sort of be able to like drift through turns, you know, just barely in time. I think another reason why I really liked Burnout is a lot of like realistic racers have you racing on actual racetracks, which is what real people will do if they're racers, and that's fine. But what I liked about Burnout is you were just racing on random city streets, and so like you'd be driving through like aqueducts and alleys and like bursting through the middle of someone's living room house, you know, because the track takes you like right through someone's garage or something. Like it was very... It definitely was not a realistic racer. And I like that. I liked it sort of, it was almost like a racer fantasy, you know? Because for me, I don't really watch racing, but I do drive a car. And so I've experienced driving around on city streets. Oh, is that guy, did that guy just turn me around? Oh my god, go, 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 go. What is happening? Oh my god, I'm... Exit. That's an embarrassing way to lose a race. Stop showing me a replay. I don't want to see this. I live the failure. That's enough. But as someone who's like driven a car, it is a bit of a fantasy when you're like stuck in traffic or something to be like, I just want to mount the curb, or like I just want to like, you know, drive up this bridge as fast as possible and run other people off the road. God, it sounds like I have like intense road rage. I don't actually think that all that often, but it is sort of something of like, oh man, that would be cool to do in real life if it was like a playground real life where no one would actually be hurt. And that's exactly what video games are, right? I mean, why is Grand Theft Auto so successful? Do people really want to like rob banks and kill people and steal cars and run people over? Not really, but it is sort of a bit of a power fantasy. Like if you could do all those things in a holodeck, where you know that no one would actually be hurt. You almost certainly would, right? Because it's just sort of fun to like be able to do things that you can't do in real life. So I think for me, the alluring part of racing is the racing fantasy. And that's why something like Burnout I gravitated so easily towards. We've talked about this before, I think. Like, there's a whole other element of racing fantasy in this, which is the fantasy of being a professional race car driver. And for a lot of people, that totally is a fantasy, and they've thought about it, and it would be really cool for them. So yeah. And racing is actually, I would say racing is one of the most primitive forms of gaming, in the sense of, I don't mean that it's stupid or bad or anything, but I mean, like, there's a couple gaming primitives that I think all other games are built on. One is racing, one is shooting, and one is jumping. And then you can kind of find a few other niche ones like puzzles and stuff. But I think if we're talking about action or arcade-based games, you're either vying for position in a race, you're shooting other people, or you're running and jumping, Mario style. And those, I call them gaming primitives, because you can mix and match them. So you can have a game where you're running and jumping like Mario and add the shooting component. You can have a game where you're racing and you're shooting. You can have a game where you're running and jumping like Mario, but it's a race, you know? So it's like these are sort of primitive components of gaming that can be mixed and matched together to create different games. And there probably are other gaming primitives that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. But really, I mean, if you look at a lot of games that we play, there's so many games have some kind of shooting mechanic. There's so many games have some kind of jumping. Like, jumping is like one of the most common actions I bet you can do in video games, jumping. Even a lot of shooter games allow you to jump. Hey, we got second, so we did improve. And then just, there's something very basic about racing where it's like a bunch of characters or units or cars all moving through the same environment, trying to outdo each other with how precisely and carefully they're moving, but also how quickly. So there's like this speed accuracy trade-off. You can go as fast as you want, but you'll make lots of errors. So it's like you kind of have to like tune your gameplay to just the right level of speed so that you can outmaneuver your opponents. And it's super satisfying when you pass other people. It's sad when you get passed, but it's like you get passed and you pass other people so many times in a race that losing a single place usually doesn't matter unless you're near the end. Like, there's so much strategy and stuff to racing. Again, it's such a simple idea. Go around a loop or a course from start to finish, and first one to the end wins. But there's oddly a lot to it when you think about it. I don't know, kind of interesting. Anyway, that was one race. Let's try another one. Let's try I'm racing on easy. I might stick with that today. Because what's going to happen if we race on hard is essentially I'm just going to straight up lose. It's not even a question of it. Ooh, this is a rally one. Sweet. It's just going to be the same race, but I'm just going to place way more poorly. So we're going to stick with the easier races here today. But let's see what we got. Let's actually pick a car. This one is the Sonic Blue. I wonder if that's in homage to Sonic the Hedgehog. I wonder if Subaru was like, yo, people have heard of Subaru, but we're nowhere near as beloved as this Sonic the Hedgehog guy. So we're going to capitalize. We're going to steal his goodwill, and all of our cars now will be named Sonic. This one is the Mario Bros car. No relation to the Nintendo franchise, just happens to be called that. Completely independently came up with the name. Because they're red cars, obviously. Alright, let's go with the Sonic Blue. I'm feeling that. The Sonic Blue Mika. 299 horsepowers, 5,500 rotations per minute. Is that a lot? I gotta assume that's a lot. I mean, imagine strapping 299 horses together. Like this one doesn't even have numbers. They can't even rate it. ... It doesn't even have horses. This is running on zebra power. This is 297. Yeah, but imagine getting 299 horses. Imagine going back in time and meeting like a pilgrim, you know, who's like, he's on the Oregon Trail heading westward. And you talk to him and you're like, he's got like 3 horses. And he's like, man, before I only had 1 horse, but now I got 3. And it is so much easier on this trail. And you say, bro, in the future, people are going to have carriages that have no horses, but have 299 horses. It's like a riddle to him, you know? Like if a tree falls in the woods, no one's around to hear it. How can a carriage with no horses have 299 horses? What he would say to you. He would call you a devil and probably burn you at the stake. But just imagine how much people's minds would be blown. You know, back in the day, like, you think about the layout of cities and stuff. And so, like, in my home city, Toronto's like the big city. But then there's, like, outskirt towns, like Oshawa. It takes, like, half an hour to drive from Toronto to Oshawa. Maybe 40 minutes, depending on traffic. But back in the day, if you were in Pilgrim days and you lived in Toronto and you wanted to, like, visit a relative or friend in Oshawa, it might be, like, a day's journey. You know, or 2 days. Like, it's just the amount of travel we can do now is actually insane. Like, we can go across the country. If you just drove straight, probably in like 2 days, you could cover from West Coast to East Coast. But back in the day, that was like months of journey. Hey, we're actually doing really good at this track here. It turns out I'm a good rally racer. Or maybe just talking about time travel and pilgrims instills me with the confidence to race well. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it's such a different world, so interesting. And it's all because we've put the power of the horse in the car, right? Like 299 horses in one car. That's a lot of horse. I don't know how many horses are in my car, but it's probably a lot. And on that note, well, here's just a weird question. Let's just keep talking about horsepower for a second here. Somebody who knows cars probably knows way more than me. But what is one horse? How much power is one horse? I know what one horse actually is, right? But every horse is different, right? Like, some horses are stronger than others. So when they're ranking horsepowers, what is a metric horse? Like, so I know a meter is, like, a meter has a definition. I think it's 1 meter cubed is 1,000 liters of water or something like that when it's frozen. I don't know if that's right or wrong. But I also know there's a meter stick somewhere in France, and it is, like, kept in, like, a vault, and it is, like, the standard. It is, like, the meter. So I like to imagine there's a vault somewhere, you know, like, in, like, a secret underground military base, and there's, like, a cryogenically frozen horse, and it's, like, that is the horse behind the power. It's, like, that horse was selected, he was measured, the amount of power and energy he can store was obtained, and then they stored that horse for all time. He is 1 horsepower, 1 metric horsepower is in a government vault, cryogenically stored for future generations. And so everything is measured against that 1 horse. Man, we won, though. Turns out our random, ridiculous, stupid rant about horsepower somehow helped us. Smoky Mountain. I like Smoky Mountain. It was pretty good. That actually felt pretty fun. For some reason, the rally racing felt, well, it was bumpier. It was sort of a bumpier ride, but I kind of like that. I don't know. The racing actually felt like a little more fun to me. So we might see if we can find some more rallies. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, what are these other things? Time trials, just how fast can you go? Free run is just go by yourself, 2 players. I'd need a friend, which is a tall order these days. Clear status. Okay, so it's just single races. Hold on, whoops, I didn't mean to select that. How do I go back? Okay, we've been playing around in arcade mode. Let's see what else this game has to offer. Alright, we're gonna try simulation mode. And what do we got going on here? Car dealer, home. Oh, whoa! This is like a whole little car RPG machine test license center. We are now accepting applications for Gran Turismo driving license tests. Yeah, let's go to our home first. Oh, this got real cool. I just thought it was going to be like racing, you know, for a tournament or something, but yeah, we have nothing in our garage. Trade. Oh, from memory cards. Okay. That's not what we want to do either. How do we buy a car? Let's go to the car dealer, man. We want Japanese, USA, German, France, Italian, UK, Belarus? I don't know what Bell is. It's embarrassing. It's the German flag sideways. It's sideways Germany. One thing I've always found kind of interesting is, like, the UK, the USA, Canada, and Australia have pretty unique flags, but a lot of other countries just have 3 colors. Like, Italy's just like, you know what? we're kind of a green, white, red people. And France is like, well, funnily enough, we're also a bit of a white and a red people, but we're kind of more blue. And so we'll take the blue stripe, and Italy's like, that's great, we'll take the green one. But, you know, it's like literally just 3 color stripes. Like, it's just so basic for as far as flags go. Then you look at USA, and they're like, we wanted to go nuts. We have stars and stripes, man. And UK was like, we also have stripes, and we have diagonals. Canada was like, put a leaf on it. And Australia was like, we're sort of the UK, but we're kind of our own thing too. And they have the blue thing, but yeah, like, when you just have 3 stripes, look at the awkwardness that arises. Germany and again, oh, Belgium. That's what it is, Belgium, not Belarus. Germany and Belgium, they imagine there's like a big unveiling of flags and all the countries do it at once. And then Germany unveils theirs and then Belgium is like, oh, and then it's their turn and they got to follow that. They make the Gillette cars. Okay, we're gonna go with German precision engineering, I think. We only have 18,000, so I don't know what we can afford. Nothing. For only 18,000, we might have to buy a crappy American car, to be honest. How about Honda? Honda Civic, man. 18,730. Oh my god, we just barely can't afford anything. We're gonna have to go into debt to play this game. You actually have to call up EA or whatever and like give them a credit card number. So 1-to-1 translation, you want 1 million credits? Give me $1 million. Also, why is it in credits? Were they too afraid to put dollars on it? Okay, let's just click Go Race and see what happens. Beginner League. We don't own anything, so sure. The Sunday Cup, a nice Sunday drive. We also have the Clubman Cup, the FF Challenge, the FR Challenge, the MR Challenge, the 4WD Challenge, the K Cup, Stripes and Stars. That's weird. Oh no, the Stars and Stripes, I just can't read. Spider and Roadster, the 80s Sports Car Cup. Oh, I kind of want that. The Turbo Race of Turbo Sports. I kind of want that too. These are so cool. Some of the titles are just ridiculous. The Vitz Race, Beetle Cup. Okay, we gotta do the Turbo Race of Turbo Cars, because that's just an insane title. We gotta do the 80s one. And we'll try the Sunday Cup. We'll just see how these goes. If we start to fail, you know, on a race or two, we might just sort of skip the rest of the cup just so we can try a few more. Enter the race. Please get in a car. Oh, we actually need a car. I can't afford one, man. They won't sell me. There isn't one that's cheap enough. Come get GT Auto for all your car maintenance. I can't even afford a car. Got the dynamics. Okay, what about, who makes cheap cars? Toyota cars aren't cheap, I don't think. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. You can just buy some random. Okay, that's about as pricey as we can get. I kind of like the idea of driving around in like a crap 80s car. I'm sure this isn't. I'm sure people looking at this being like, that is the Sprinter, Jay. You clearly don't know cars. This looks like a really old Corolla to me. Oh god, what am I doing? Kind of looks a bit like a DeLorean though, so I do like that. I'm gonna keep it white. That way we can see the battle damage. Yes, sell me the car. Do we get a Carfax on this thing, by the way? I think I just bought it sight unseen. Oh god. Hopefully it hasn't been in any accidents. Alright. Let's go into the beginner Sunday Cup with our Toyota Corolla. And just start on the super speedway. Enter the race. We pull up and they're like, do you want to park your car and get in your race car? We're like, no man, we're good. We're good. Clearly you've never seen a Corolla on the DVP, because those things burn it up. The DVP being a highway in Toronto, for those of you not from Toronto. Alright, here we go, yeah. The raw, untapped power. There's like a guy in a Beetle here. This truly is a Sunday drive. This is not a race. This is the commute the racers do to get to the race? Oh, don't touch my paint job, buddy. I gotta deliver pizzas on the weekend with this bad boy. I don't want any scratches. You don't get tips when you show up with scratches on your car. Actually, you probably do. Nobody cares about the car. They only care about the pizza. Alright, this is... I guess this is insanely easy because I'm going so slow. Like, I don't even need to know what the brake button is to be able to make this turn. I think my car is about to stall. I think it very easily could just stall out on this turn here. Oh, there we go. Alright. So the reason that I was having such a hard time racing before is I was racing on the fast cars, on the good cars. My car is only going 97, 99, 100. I swear? That's embarrassing, no? Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of like how fast my car can actually go. Like, I guess 60 miles per hour is what they do on the highways. But like, I'm certain. Well, I don't know. You know what's interesting? I have no idea how fast my car could actually go. Like, if I were to actually push it, pedal to the metal, just push gas all the way down and let it go as fast as possible, I don't know what I would tap out at. Maybe 100 is fast. Feels slow as ass, though. Pardon my language. But damn. I feel like I'm driving through a school zone, you know? Like, this is like the friendliest, laziest race ever. I think my guy's asleep at the wheel, to be honest. Passed out from boredom. Oh man. Well, at least they're starting easy. This truly is a beginner course. We're gonna make some sweet money off of this this tournament. And then what should we do next? Should we do 80s or turbo? I feel like this car looks like it's from the 80s, so it's probably right at home there, so maybe we should go for 80s. Let's use a bit of strategy here. You go to the outer edge for these turns, and then you just sort of cut it in. I think that's the way you're supposed to turn. You go to the outer edge and then just cut in, I think. You don't want to be turning on the inside of the track. It's too hard. You don't have the turning radius for that. Anyway, we finished. Success! What do we look behind? Yeah, eat my dust! There was a guy behind me. There was a car slower than me. That's a shame, buddy. 1,000 credits, pure bank. Oh yeah, look at that. Steam coming off the asphalt. Let's watch these bad boys peel out. Yeah, here you go. I'm making decisions about which way to go. So I guess the thing with Gran Turismo is, like, if you really love cars, it's almost, in some ways, not even a racing game. It's a make your own car race video game. Not a video game, but a video game. So it's like you spend, you know, a minute or two racing, and then what you get left with is an awesome video of some cars racing. It's sort of like a video production game, if you will. Anyway, I wish there was an option to not view the replay, because, like, it's fine. I mean, a lot of games have replays. Sometimes they're worth checking out and stuff, but at the same time, you know, doesn't hold much value for us right now today, so we don't need to see it. But it just seems to come up automatically. Maybe under settings we can turn it off. Oh, change parts. Suspension, normal, brakes. Oh, I saw normal and NA. I was like, whoa, can you turn your brakes off? That's badass. That's a terrible idea, but it's also pretty badass. Go into a race with no brakes. I wonder if that is a thing somewhere. It would have to be for, like, racing RC cars or something like that. Like, there's no way you could do a real race like that. People would die. Oh, wait. Oh, settings is the car settings. Options. Interesting. There's your screen size. Wait, can we change this? Hold on. That did nothing. Oops. All right, let's see here. Favorite music list. Oh, we've been actually listening to real music. Interesting. DualShock, steering. Transmissions, automatic ghost update. Inform me about ghosts, yes. And that's it. Alright, I don't know. Whatever, it's not that big a deal. I don't know why I'm messing around with it. No, actually, interestingly, it is widescreen now, huh? So my recording setup does this odd thing where even if a game is in 4:3 on my TV, so my TV is like a widescreen TV, it looks fine, but in my Elgato, which is doing the recording, it comes out funky. But when I change this to widescreen, I'm looking at it now on 4:3, and actually it looks a little squished, so it's still 4:3 on my TV, but in the Elgato, I think it's now going to record in widescreen. So you guys might be watching this, and I will have not stretched it, but it will be in widescreen for you guys, but for me, it's 4:3. It's kind of weird, I don't know. There's this like weird inconsistency between my TV and my Elgato. So, I don't know. The challenges you face when recording old video games. Definitely though, like, having a you know, screen resolution issue is like the least of my concerns. At least the game plays. There have been so many challenges over the years trying to record from all these like random systems that are in the 1001 book. Which is interesting, you know, before I started this quest, it's like I never played Atari Jaguar, I never played CDI, I never played Neo Geo. Like there are all these systems, and like I knew of them, and I always wanted to try them, but I just never did. And so part of what's been fun about this 1001 quest is it's giving me the excuse to try all these like systems that I just, you know, otherwise, I don't know if I ever would have made time to play them. It's hard to say. Like I want to say like, yes, one day I would, but I don't know, you never know. You never know what you're going to do before you die. The only thing I know what I'm going to do is play 1001 video games. I'm too deep now. Like being in deep with the loan sharks, you can't just walk away. No way I can walk away from this quest. I've come too far. Oh, come on. Pass this mofo. Yes, eat my well-paced dust. Why am I only going 87? I was going like 100 before. Okay, this is a big turn. We're gonna have to come in here like this. Go. Oh yeah, I tried to do the e-brake turn. Oh, it kind of worked. Oh yeah, we got rammed from behind. Perfect. That's the best way to be after a turn, is you just get a nice little bump of speed. Sweet. Okay, so the e-brake, so there's an e-brake and a normal brake, and they seem to have different functions. I think the normal brake is for like turns that aren't that big a deal, and the e-brake is like when you want to like drift, baby. I'm not very good at drifting, so we'll see. This is another big turn, so I'm gonna try the e-brake again. You just need a little bit of it though. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there we go. Oh, just barely enough. I think that worked. And then I'm going quite slow. I don't even know if I need to e-brake here, but... Oh god. Nope, bump me. Oh god, he's taking off. I feel like I'm racing in like old person scooters, you know, like it's such a low speed race. But the insane thing is we're going like 90 miles an hour. If I was actually going this fast in my car, I would feel very nervous. Oh god. Okay. He didn't use his e-brake, so I think what I'm doing is not the way you're supposed to race. Oh no. Fourth. How did we mess this up so bad? We were like first or second for most of the race, and now suddenly we're fourth? Okay, we gotta make this up. Luckily these guys are only going 50. They're obeying the speed limit. So we're going 65 and we're passing them. Oh my god. I feel like I'm racing in a U-Haul truck. Like, we're just going so slow. Can we pass him? Oh, it's gonna be a photo finish! Oh, eat my dust! Oh, suck it! Eat my dust! Silver Saab, or whatever the hell you are. Silver hatchback. You suck. Oh, that was great. There's the joy you find in racing games, guys. There's the joy. We don't need to replay that. Although we could have, because that was actually kind of a cool photo finish. But yeah, that's how you do it. Alright, we're going to Trail Mountain, or whatever the hell it was. In our beginner league. All right, let's do this. Trial Mountain. Go! We need Lakitu, man. Any racing game that doesn't feature a guy in a cloud commanding the cars to start, I don't know. I don't really know what to think of it. So, Burnout is one of the racing games that I've got into. I will say that Mario Kart is another racing game that I've played a lot of. I always played it at friends' houses, though, and I always liked it. But I think because I never owned it myself, I just never like got into it the same way my friends would. Like, I feel like anyone who owns Mario Kart, when people come over to visit, they just want to play Mario Kart. But for us non-Mario Kart owners, it's like, it is fun. But also it's like, eventually you're sort of like, okay, I've had my fill of Mario Kart. I think it's just that people who get good at Mario Kart want to like race other people just to like show off their skills. Like, that, I feel like that definitely is one thing about racing games, is racing games are by nature quite competitive. And once you get good at a racing game, you want to test your skills, test your mettle, if you will, by competing against your friends. But not all games are like that. Like, it's not like if you get really good at Super Mario Bros, then you're like, yo, dude, let's play Mario Bros just so I can show off. It's like, you know, that sort of thing just is not as typical. We can't catch this guy. He's being elusive and annoying. But yeah, I feel like with racing, there's like this natural inclination to where when you're good, you want to race against actual humans. Racing against these AI is only so interesting, I guess. I think I'm listening to Snoop Dogg, by the way. Hopefully this video doesn't get like copyright striked. Whoa, we did a bit of a jump there. I cannot catch this guy. I mean, I'm kind of like gunning it around turns and stuff now because I'm worried less about making the turn and more just about like catching up, but I can't catch him. The car is too fast. Okay, come on. Has to be possible. We're getting so close, too. I wonder if I just did a couple more turns better, if we would have caught him by now. Oh, what the hell is this? Wait, why did that happen? Random guy just passes me? I don't know how that happened. I guess my car is quite sucky. More sucky than I realized. Maybe the red guy will catch up to the black guy for me, and I don't know how this is gonna work. Oh god, I think I used that red car to take that turn a little faster because I could like push into him. It's sort of like a cushion to help me there. Go, 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 go! Oh, come on! 55! Why am I only going 55? Slam this baby into fourth. I think my guy does not know how to drive. Or this guy in front of me actually does know how to drive. It's probably my guy doesn't know how to drive. Also me. I don't know how to drive. Not in real racing. You need to get to a Walmart though. Jay's your guy, but if you want to go like racing. I'm only good for errands. Oh, you dick! Oh, we were right there. We tasted his bumper. We like skidded across it. I was trying to sort of bump into him and use him to help correct myself from that turn, which I was taking way too fast, but it did not really work. Oh god, no! Oh god! Ah, son of a bitch. Our car is really like so uncontrollable once you get off the road. Like, I feel like in racing games like this, oh god. It's like I was trying to turn there, but it's like I was driving on grass, so my car wouldn't turn. But in racing games, it's like they usually make grass like this deadly thing where if you go on the grass, it's like, your car suddenly can't turn, the wheels don't matter. But it's like, is that actually the case? Because I feel like, I don't know, I guess I don't drive on grass, but I feel like the wheels would still matter. Anyway, that sucked. That was just like 2 minutes of losing. Repeatedly. That's the downside of racing. So we tasted the sweet highs and the bitter lows. But we won. And now what? That's it. Oh. I thought there'd be like some kind of like bonus for going in all 3 races, but I guess not. All right, well, let's try, what's in the Stars and Stripes? I'm curious. The most patriotic races ever. Seattle Circuit 2. Just like different tracks, I guess. The Special Stage Route 5. The Tokyo route. Let's try Tokyo. I don't think we've been there yet. B license required. Seriously? We're not going to get to go into the turbo race of turbo sports. Test course. B license. Okay. Hold on. Let's go get a license, man. I want my B license. Accelerate quickly from it. Wait. It's actually driving school. All right. Accelerate. Hint, use distance markers. Accelerate from a standing start to stop as quickly as possible in the goal area beyond the finish line. Best to switch from full acceleration to full braking. Hint, use a distance marker every meter to judge. Okay. This is sort of like in Pilot Wings, how you had to like earn your license. Okay, here we go. I don't know what my stopping distance is. It'd be nice to know that, but I guess we're just gonna figure it out. 200, 300. They said 1,000, right? All right, when we get to 1,000, we're slamming the brakes on this bad boy. 800, 900. Wait, time expired! Okay, so we can clearly brake a lot faster. Oh my god. Go! Okay, I don't really like this because, like, look. This is a 30-second training thing, and if you mess up at the end, then you've messed up. Like, all you have to do at the beginning is just hold the gas. This should have been like a 500-meter thing. Like, why are we doing it over 1,000 meters? It's just sort of, it's a little pointless, I feel. So, I don't know. Here we go. 800. And if I mess this up, then it's like another, it's just sort of, it feels like I'm wasting time. Ah, God. Oh my god. Are you serious? Okay, hold on. Then we have to do it again. Then there's no way we're doing all this. All right. Well, I would have liked to try the 80s thing and whatever, but there's absolutely no way we're doing all of those. So let's just pick another race and give it a shot. Let's try the Amateur League. Japanese Championship. We'll see Tokyo one way or the other, people. Let's do it. A license required. What? Am I driving without a license? Okay, is there anything in Tokyo that we could see? There's Rome. But who cares about Rome? Disgusting Italy country. Just kidding, guys, obviously. I don't know if I have any fans from Italy. Surprise, surprise, most of my fans are American. And then it goes, I think, UK and then Canada. I think Germany's in the mix or something. I don't know. We got German fans in there. I think we've seen all these. Well, Laguna might be kind of cool. All right, Laguna. Let's do it. Regulation violation. Wait, what? Cars permitted. Oh, we need a Suzuki sports car. Oh my god, this is so complicated. All right, we're just gonna pick. You know what? We badmouthed Rome. We gotta. Oops. No. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. No. No, it's okay. Just give me the race. We'll just do it. I accept. Je accept. All right. Well, obviously this game has a lot to it. So if you want to play the simulation mode, it feels like this is sort of building a career, buying cars, working on them in the garages, tinkering with them, applying for different races. I kind of like all that stuff. I like the sort of simulation RPG-ish elements that they brought on into this. So As far as all that goes, I think that's pretty cool. As far as the racing goes, it feels very solid. It feels like a good simulator. I liked the one rally race that we did. The really fast cars that we raced, I found a lot harder to control, but what I'm realizing now is I think you're supposed to start with the slower cars and like build your experience up. So I think we just sort of tried to run before we could walk. In fact, we tried to do gymnastics before we could walk, and that's why we sort of failed spectacularly. But I think we did get second place in one race, so... actually, Rome here looks pretty cool. I kind of wish we could have raced in Japan, but we don't have the right cars. Or wait, maybe we could just do that in the arcade mode. Oops. Hold on, timeout. Oh god, we're also bombing this race, too. Only 2 laps. Well, we are losing by quite a bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna bail on Rome, and we're gonna give Japan a shot here. Hey, sponsored by Elf. Alright, sorry Rome, you were cool, but our heart was just never in it. We really wanted to be in Japan. So we're gonna hop back into arcade mode. And we're gonna look for something Japanese looking. I want to race through like giant Japanese skyscrapers and highways. So Swiss Alps, no. Mayfield. Wait, is that literally it? Are these the only... I don't understand. These are the only tracks that we can race? Super Speedway, Mayfield? Oh, okay. Well, guys, let's do Sonic again. Why not? So I guess a lot is locked off in this game. You really got to work for it. It does feel like a game that's going to appeal to racing fans. And here's a question I have for people who actually are fans of the Gran Turismo series. How do you guys feel about these older Gran Turismo games? So I know when it comes to stuff like hockey games, people definitely, every time a new hockey game comes out, it almost replaces the older ones, and people typically like the newer ones compared to the older ones. And I feel like it's almost a little bit more replaceable than something like, you know, like just different game franchises. So like, okay, Mario, right? You can like the newer Marios, but they're all different from Mario Brothers 1 because the very first Mario was its own thing. So if you like Mario 1, the newer Marios don't necessarily replace the original Mario, but they're like another game. But in sports games, I know that people who enjoy sports games, you know, they're like Madden 99, Madden 2000, Madden 2001, Madden 2002. It's like every time a new game comes up, it almost just replaces the one that comes before, I think. But again, if you're a sports game fan, maybe I've got that wrong too, and you can explain sort of, you know, how you view the newer games and the older games. But basically, here's my question about racing games. So there are many other Gran Turismos that have come out. You know, the PS2 is quite old nowadays. Is this still a fun game for people who enjoy Gran Turismo? Or do you guys look at this and you think, oh man, that's so nostalgic, but like, no, 100% the newer games are just way better in every way. And there's just no reason to go back to an old game like this. So like, do these old games still contain some gameplay or something, some redeemable fact in them that you can't find in the newer games and that it's still fun to come back to these? Or is it just the case that Gran Turismo is like an evolving beast and it's like always just most fun to play the newest game? I would really like to know from some people who are really into racing games, so if you are, please let me know. But judging as someone who's not a racing fan, I feel like this game doesn't feel like objectively super different from some of the newer racers I've played. The newer ones obviously more complex and more finely tuned and stuff, but if you like racing, I feel like this is still a totally passable, playable racing game. But anyway, that's just my impression. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Educate me, inform me about sports and racing games. And whatever the case may be, I hope you guys enjoyed today's look at Gran Turismo 3. This is one of the games in the book 1,000 video games just played before you died. If you like racing games, you might want to actually check it out. Other than that, I will catch you guys in the next video. Oh my god, I'm just suddenly bombing. Oh my god, what is happening? Alright, we're ending. I guess I gotta take my foot off the gas, but I kind of don't want to because it's so hilarious. We were first the entire race and we just gave it away. This is a good time for us to cut the video, guys, before we technically lose. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace. Oh my god, even with all that screwing up, it looks like I can still somehow pull this out. Hope it's not lost. Eat my dust. Yeah! Oh my god! I didn't realize the finish line was right there. Somehow we won that! Don't ask me how. But at least we sort of end on a victory here. What looked like a loss was actually just a heroic victory. I base my car selections on colors of the rainbow.